Today I am going to explain such a wonderful unique action horror movie called Gantz 2010. The story begins with a boy named Kei, who was waiting for his train at the station. While he was standing there, he saw his childhood friend Kito. However, despite recognizing each other, they didn't speak. Suddenly, a drunk man accidentally fell onto the railway tracks. Seeing this, Kito immediately jumped down to save him. But it was very difficult for Kito to pull him up alone. That's why he asked for help from the people standing on the platform. He even called out Kei's name, but no one came forward to help. Despite receiving no assistance, Kito managed to get the drunk man back onto the platform by himself. Just then a train came speeding toward him. Seeing this, Kei rushed to help his friend, and while trying to pull Kito up, he also slipped and fell onto the tracks. A few seconds later, he was hit by the train. Both of them had accepted their death. But suddenly they opened their eyes in a white room, where several people were already present. Along with them, a large black ball was lying in the center of the room. Kei and Kito tried to find a way out, but all the windows and doors were shut. They couldn't understand what had happened to them. Then a man told them that everyone there was dead, and they had all awakened in this room, almost as if it were a place between heaven and hell. At that moment, laser lights emerged from the black ball, and the body of a girl began to form. The man explained that this was how all of them had arrived there. The girl was completely naked, and a man named Hiroshi began staring at her with lustful eyes. Kito quickly stepped in and covered her with his jacket. Just then, a message appeared on the black ball. It said that all of them had died, and now the ball would decide their new fate. After that, the ball displayed an image of a strange-looking creature named Onion and instructed them to find and kill it. It then provided them with some guns and suitcases. But when the ball opened to deliver the items, they all saw a man sitting inside it, who appeared to be unconscious. Each suitcase had a name label, and inside were special suits. However, no one except the girl named Kishimoto had the courage to wear the suit. She only wore it because she had arrived there without any clothes. Then Kei noticed Nishi, who was already wearing the suit. Everyone else was busy inspecting their guns. That's when Suzuki said, "Maybe we were taken to a hospital and given some kind of medication. That's probably why we're seeing strange things." But then his eyes fell on a timer attached to the black ball. Suddenly, all of their bodies began to vanish, and a few seconds later, they found themselves standing on a road outside of the room. Some of them thought that maybe they could now go home. But Nishi told them that they were actually part of a TV show called American Tryout. He claimed that the show was created by his own father, and the winner would receive a prize of $1,00,000. He also said he had willingly joined the show, and pointing to a boy standing nearby, he declared, "That's the one we're looking for, that's Onion." Upon hearing this, everyone immediately started running toward him. But Kei, Kito, and Kishimoto stayed behind, unsure of what was happening. Meanwhile, the rest of the group surrounded the boy named Onion. At first, he acted innocent, but the very next moment he attacked them by spitting. This triggered a chase. Back with Kei and the others, they were still confused about why they were alone and why all the roads seemed to loop endlessly. Then suddenly the group chasing Onion passed by them. This time, Kito and Kishimoto also started running after the alien. After a long effort, they managed to corner him in a garage. Hiroshi then shot him with his gun, blowing off one of Onion's hands. In retaliation, Onion seriously injured the legs of 3 men. After that, all of them fired their guns at the strange creature simultaneously, finally destroying it completely. Suzuki felt like vomiting after witnessing the scene. But Hiroshi seemed to be enjoying it and kept firing bullets at Onion repeatedly until Kato stopped him. After a while, a very tall man appeared, and Hiroshi immediately began mocking him. In response, the man cut off Hiroshi's leg, grabbed him by the head and lifted him into the air. As Hiroshi struggled, waving his arms and legs to defend himself, he accidentally knocked off the man's wig. That's when everyone realized that the man was actually Onion's father. They all tried to shoot at him, but the man used Hiroshi's body as a shield until it was torn to pieces. After that, he began killing the others using his long nails. Meanwhile, Kei, who had been walking along the road, heard the commotion and immediately ran toward the noise. When he arrived, he saw the creature advancing to kill his friend. But just in time, Kishimoto appeared and attacked the alien. Now, her suit began to glow with a blue light, indicating that it had activated and was giving her special powers. Kei was shocked to see this and quickly hid behind a van. The powerful creature then picked up both Kito and Kishimoto and hurled them into the air. However, Kishimoto wasn't injured because of the suit's protection. This motivated Kei to finally decide to wear his own suit. Unfortunately, when he opened his suitcase, he discovered that the suit wasn't inside. Desperate, he chose to use the suitcase itself to attack the alien, but it didn't harm the creature. As the alien approached Kei to attack, Nishi arrived and tied the creature up with a rope. He then told Kei that he'd definitely earn extra points for using the suitcase in a creative way. Even though Nishi handed him a gun, Kei didn't have the courage to pull the trigger, so Nishi did it himself. After all this, 4 of them were transported back to that white room, completely unharmed. A little while later, Suzuki also arrived there. Nishi then explained to them that unless someone dies completely, they will always be sent back to this world fully healed. He also revealed that the name of the black ball was Gantz, and it was controlling everything. In the end, all of them received 0 points along with a great deal of humiliation, except Nishi, who earned 5 points, bringing his total score to 79. The pictures of Hiroshi and his friends who had died were also added to the memorial list inside the Gantz ball. Nishi was very pleased with everything that had happened, but Kato became furious and grabbed him by the throat. He demanded to know why Nishi hadn't tried to save the others. In response, Nishi used the power of his suit to twist Kato's arm violently and didn't stop until Kei pointed a gun at him. But then, suddenly they were all transported back to the real world. Everything seemed completely normal. However, news was still circulating about the deaths of 2 people at the railway station. When Kei returned to school, many students mocked him. Meanwhile, Kojima was quietly sketching a drawing of him. She tried to befriend Kei, but he didn't pay much attention to her. That day, Kei also attempted to find Kato by visiting his old address. But now there was only a parking lot in its place. He then went to the street where the mission had occurred. While he found some signs of what had happened, the garage was completely clean. Suddenly he saw Kishimoto, who told him that she remembered everything as well. She still had the suit, which confirmed that none of it had been a dream. Kishimoto then asked Kei if she could stay at his house, and he immediately agreed. Once they reached his home, she revealed that she used to live with her boyfriend, but after their breakup, she was devastated. One night, after drinking too much, she passed out in the bathtub and drowned, then suddenly woke up in that strange room without any clothes. Kishimoto still had Kato's jacket, and inside it was his diary. When Kei checked the diary to find a new address for Kato, he discovered that Kato had recently been released on bail. Meanwhile, Kato was having nightmares about the strange creature even in his sleep. Panicked, he rushed to the bathroom. His younger brother, Ayumu, came to check on him, but Kato reassured him with comforting lies and sent him back to bed. Just as Ayumu left, 3 new people arrived in the white room along with Kato and the rest of his team. They included a girl, an old grandmother, and a crying little child. Then Gantz told them about their mission for the day, which was to kill an alien named Tanaka. Nishi also told them that they could never escape from Gantz, and as many people die, new ones would be called in their place. Upon hearing this, Kei and Kato realized that Nishi had used those 3 people as scapegoats the day before. But by then, Nishi and the other 2 had already started disappearing. So, everyone else immediately picked up their weapons. The grandmother and the little child were the first to come in front of the alien, and the alien killed them effortlessly while listening to music. When Kei arrived, he was terrified upon seeing the dead bodies in front of him. Even then, the alien stood there waiting for the others. Unfortunately, one of Kei's hands and his weapon hadn't arrived yet. When the alien attacked him, he survived thanks to his suit. At the right moment, he managed to shoot the alien with his gun, breaking its radio. The alien then became extremely angry. He launched a powerful attack that forced Nishi out of his invisible mode, causing him to fall through a vent. The alien climbed on top of him and began hitting him so hard that even his suit broke. Then Kato jumped in between and tried to stop the alien. As they both fell to the ground, the alien again tried to attack Kato with a beam of light. But Kato lifted him into the air using the power of his suit. When he reached Nishi, Nishi asked him to earn 100 points and bring him back to life. Then he took his last breath. On the other hand, after punching Kato, the alien tried to attack Kishimoto. But just in the nick of time, Kato intervened and saved her. And he wanted to shoot that alien right there. But at that time, the alien was very close to his friends. When the alien tried to shoot Kato, Kishimoto attacked him with a pipe. After that, the alien turned his attention to Kishimoto and tried to kill her. She attempted to stop him by kicking him, but the alien picked her up and threw her toward Kato. At the same moment, he ran toward Kei to kill him. But using the powers granted by the suit, Kei threw the alien toward the roof. When the alien tried to attack again, Kei overpowered him and began punching him repeatedly, causing severe damage. However, when the alien gathered strength to shoot Kei, Kei suddenly put the gun in the alien's mouth and fired, blowing him into small pieces. After this, they were soon transported back to the White Room. Now, apart from K's 7 points, no one else received any points. Gantz also told him that after completing 100 points, he would be given 2 options. He could either bring one of his companions back to life in the game, or he could erase someone's memory and return them to real life. The next morning when K woke up, he was still wearing the same suit. He now wanted to understand its powers better. So, he wore regular clothes over the suit and began practicing his powers around the city. That evening, Kojima called and invited K out for coffee, where she showed him a sketch she had drawn. Seeing it, K told her that when he was a child, he used to protect Kato from bullies. Meanwhile, Kishimoto met Kato to return his jacket. There, Kato told her that he had actually gone to jail on the charge of murdering his father, who used to beat his younger brother severely when drunk. A while later, Kato saw on the news that the police were investigating the destruction at the garage. That night, while having dinner, Ayumu told him that for the past few days, he had been having dreams about his brother disappearing. Kato assured him, "I'm not going anywhere." That night, he was once again called to the same White Room, where this time some new people had also arrived. His mission for the day was to kill an alien named Ill-Tempered. As soon as the mission started, Kato asked everyone to wear their suits. But the priest present there began saying, "I will not do anything wrong like killing someone." This led to an argument, which ended as people began disappearing. After that, they were transported to a museum outside, where there were 2 large statues, one of which was an alien. Before they could discuss their plan, a new teammate shot and destroyed the statue on the left. Immediately, the other statue began attacking them, though it wasn't very difficult to avoid. Meanwhile, the priest went inside the museum and began praying. But when he closed his eyes, one of the statues slowly approached him. Outside, Kei and Kato were trying to destroy the statue. During that time, another new companion entered the same room where the priest was. Then Kei told everyone to move away. After that, he slid underneath the statue and shot it, causing one of its limbs to explode and fall directly onto the new teammate. Now that the statue was weakened, Kei shot it straight in the face, killing it. This time he was very pleased with his actions. But Kato didn't see it as a moment of celebration, because one of their teammates had died. According to Kei, it was Kato's fault because he didn't get everyone out of the area despite Kei's warning. Meanwhile, in the White Room, Gantz's timer had been reset. At the same time, one of their injured teammates came out of the museum. Seeing this, they realized that another alien was still inside. As the 3 of them went back in, they discovered the priest's dead body. At that very moment, a large number of hand-shaped statues began attacking Kei. In his attempt to escape, he dropped his weapon. The statue took advantage of the moment and began attacking him repeatedly. But then Kato intervened and dragged Kei away. After that, he left Kei with Kishimoto, saying that now it was his turn to fight for his friend, just like Kei used to fight for him in childhood. Kato then went back into the room. As soon as he entered, the alien attacked him, but he narrowly escaped. Suddenly, the alien began speaking to him, and when Kato put down his gun, the alien attacked again, causing Kato to drop his weapon. According to the alien, he had to avenge the death of his friends. But at that very moment, Kishimoto fired at the alien, causing a huge explosion. Unfortunately, the alien escaped the blast. He then picked up Kishimoto and threw her across the room. After that, he extended all his hands and drew several swords. Seeing this, Kato pulled out a blade from his suit and started attacking the alien. But it was clear that the alien was far more powerful than Kato. He struck Kato multiple times, eventually throwing him into the air. But Kishimoto intervened and caught him. She then went to attack the alien herself. However, the alien struck her with multiple swords at once. She fell into Kato's arms. Before dying, she tried to kiss him, but before she could get close enough, she took her last breath. Filled with rage, Kato also tried to attack the alien. But the alien killed him too and threw his body into the air. Kei became furious after seeing both of his friends die like that. He activated his suit and began fighting the alien. In the middle of the battle, he spotted a gun lying above. As soon as he began attacking the alien with it, the alien surrounded him with his swords. Then the alien threw a small statue on the ground, which quickly grew into a giant figure. The giant statue tried to grab Kei and clap him between its hands, but luckily Kei escaped. He then grabbed Kato's gun and fired at the statue, blowing off one of its hands. After this, somehow Kei entered the statue through its mouth. As soon as he got inside, he destroyed it by firing bullets in all directions. After defeating his enemy, Kei went to his friend Kato. But before he could speak to him, Kei disappeared. This time, Suzuki and a new man were with him, but none of his old friends were there, meaning they were all dead. Gantz gave Kei 13 points. After that, he saw the pictures of Kato and Kishimoto among the list of the deceased. When he asked to bring them back to life, Gantz told him he would need 100 points for that. The next morning, Kojima noticed that Kei looked very depressed. She tried to talk to him, but he didn't give her any specific reply. That evening at the railway station, a child's toy fell onto the track. When Kei returned the toy to the child, a train suddenly started speeding toward him. Kei wasn't ready to move, but Kojima quickly pulled him up just in time. After that, she expressed her love for him. That same night, Kei was called into the Gantz room again. This time it included Kei, Suzuki, and several other newcomers. And this is where the movie ends. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel.